So yeah, this is Josh. I'm Josh. I started when I was a kid. Nung bata pa lang ako sa acting. Una nag-start kuya ko. Siya, pwede naman ako magsabi ng sure, right? So siya yung una-una nag-acting sa amin. At siya yung una nag-commercial, siya yung una mga nag-teleserye. Naging anak niya rin naging anak siya nila Kuya Dong at Marian before sa teleserye nila dati. At he didn't like it eh. He preferred to just be in school at, whatever kung ano masaya para sa kanya. Sorry, napuputol ako. Kinakabahan ako eh. And, tinaray ako ng mom ko. Kasi when I was a kid, I was more of an introvert. Gusto ko ako yung tahimik na parang angel baby lang na iiyak-iyak lang sa tabi, tapos ayokong may nakakita sa akin. Tahimik lang ako before, compared to now. So before, pinasok ako ng mom ko sa commercials. Kasi nung dati, feeling ko, pag nag-commercial ako, dami ko nagiging kaibigan. I get to meet people, ang saya. Kasi hindi ako masyadong friendly dati. So, pag pumunta ako tuwing mga VTR sa Makati, nag-MRT lang kami. And then, ayun, ang dami ko nakakilala mga bagong tao. So, I found it really fun. Hindi ko pa siya passion ng bata eh. I didn't see it as work. Nakita ko lang parang, wala akong school. Ano gusto ko? School or mag-VTR? VTR na lang ako. Hindi ako mag-school eh. So, ayun, nag-VTR ako and I did it for fun. And paulit-ulit namin ginawa yun. Walang sawa. And ang gift lang sa akin ng mom ko is I always eat takoyaki. I love takoyaki. Ayala Station yun eh. Meron sa Ayala. May takoyaki doon na sobrang sarap. Yan yung palagi ko kinakain. I can still remember it so clearly, with my mom. And ayun, after that, nag-hit ako ng isang lead na commercial. Doon ako parang, nakita ko na talaga sarili ko sa TV. At, that's me. It's nakita ng dad ko, ng family ko. Lahat sila nagustuhan nila. At sabi nila, that's my son, That's si Kuya yan. Sabi ng mga sisters ko. At natuwa ako din sa feeling na yun. At yung mga friends ko in school, nakita nila ako sa TV, sa commercial. Sabi ko, ikaw yun, di ba? Sabi ko, yeah, that's me. Yeah. So, that's me. Pero may yayin pa ako. That's me. So, I was so happy na nakakita nila ako. So, yun. After nun, I tried teleserye. Nilipat na ako sa teleserye. Nilipat ako ng mom ko kasi I got discovered in a mall. Kasama ko ng mom ko. May lumapit sa amin na parang, cute kid. Sabi ko, yeah. So I don't know, something like that na siguro with my mom. And ayun, I got into shows in ABS before. I did a lot of teleseries, MMKs. One big role na natanggap ako is when I became young James Reid sa On the Wings of Love. Doon ako ako po yung bata. I was the kid there. At grabe, nung nakuha ko role na yun, I felt so confident, grabe. I was in school, doon ko na nag-gain yung confidence ko. Parang marami na nakakamukha sa akin na tipong, Young James? Young James? So, sobrang happy ko na. Sabi ko, Young James ako, pasok ako school, yo. What's up? What's up, di ba? Dito sa elementary school, sa Commonwealth, yan ako. Confident na ako eh. Parang, I still got bullies and stuff, pero my confidence regained talaga. Like, okay, I'm finding this fun na talaga. Nung 2016, lumipat na ako ng GMA. Doon ko nakalala si Will, When we were really young, sila Mona. At I got to meet new friends again. So yeah, I was okay with that. I was happy. I was like, new people. So yeah, I was really happy na naalala ko silang lahat. At and then 2017 hit. It was all of a sudden. I got in a show. Natanggap ako sa isang show. Kasama ko dun si Will. Nung 2017 yun, yun yung first heartbreak ko. That's when my dad passed away. Kasi I see my dad as my best friend. Siya yung palaging bubbly sa family namin. And then 2017, I had a call with him, before he passed away, March 20, 2017. It was around 10 p.m. I was on call with him. Sabi niya, saan ka ng picture you and your family? Kami magkakapatid, kasama mom ko. I woke up at 2 a.m. to my brother crying. to all of them crying. Hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari. And then, nung tinignan ko yung mom ko and my dad, my mom and my kuya pala. My kuya looks at me, tapos sabi niya, wala na si daddy. Hanggang ngayon kasi naalala ko pa rin yun eh. So, masakit pa rin yun sa akin, pero you know what's important is, I'm happy nakita niya ako sa TV. So that's where my passion started with acting. I'm doing this because natutuwa yung dad ko na makita ko sa TV. So yun, nung nangyari yun, kinabukasan dapat may taping ako, hindi na namin tinuloy. Kasi, hindi ko kaya eh. Nung time na yun, 2017, bumalik na kami ng UK for 2 months lang dapat kasi it's my dad's funeral. My dad was stuck in the cruise for 1 month in the ice lang. Kasi hindi namin kaya pumunta ng UK pa dun eh. Hindi pa maayos papeles namin at I just feel bad that he was stuck in ice. In the cruise ship, you know. It was a heart attack. Tinamaan siya sa puso. Like our lolo, yung dad niya. Heart attack. Yeah. So yun, pumunta kami ng UK. It's my first time again from I was about 1 years old. And a 1-year-old. Tapos, ulit, mga 14 na ako nito. It was 9 days after my birthday. It was March 21, birthday ko March 12. So I went to the UK at, I met my dad's co-workers. Sabi nila, you're Josh, right? Sabi ko, wait, how do you know me? Nagpakita sila ng picture. Yung mga ginawa ko dito sa Pilipinas, mga commercial and shows. Di kasi niniwala sa dad ko na pinapasikat niya ako. Kala ko sinasabi niya lang. Pero ginagawa niya pala yun. So, I know my dad's happy. So yeah. I know my dad's happy. So yun, when we got to the UK, yun na. We had the funeral and I got to meet my cousins, my lola again. You know, I saw them and it was all good. And then we lived in my nan's house. Pero in my nan's house is very small, probably just like this small. Lahat kami mag-ipit doon. 5 kami. My mom, Kuya CJ, me, Shanae, and Caitlin. Tapos yung lola namin. And then my mom goes, mga anak, dito na tayo titira. Siyempre, ang dami kong binitawan. Itong showbiz, my friends here, everything I do here, wala na. Kasi kailangan namin dun tumira para mas maganda kinabukasan namin. And I'm so thankful for my mom kasi it did work, you know. And when we were there, you know, naghirap kami kasi we didn't have anyone to provide for us. Yeah, we don't have a male figure, you know, wala na kaming dad. Yung sister ko palang 7 pa lang siya na or 6. And yeah, no one was there to provide for us. So thankful lang ako sa mga friends ng mom ko doon and friends ng mga ibang dad ko doon that they gave us clothes. Sometimes we had food to eat, so that was good. Minsan twice a day lang, ganyan. Pero it's okay. Basta makakain naman lahat, okay sa amin. And then yun, luckily nakita na may friend yung mom ko na pinayagan kami tumira sa pub nila. So there's a pub downstairs, tapos may bahay sa taas. Ang ginawa namin, nakikituloy na kami. You know, I don't think my mom had to pay. Hindi ko lang alam. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But I'm super thankful for them kasi nanirahan kami dun eh, habang wala kaming bahay. But Kuya worked downstairs. Ako nakikituloy na ako maglinis, you know, as a 15-year-old. You know, knowing na wala na dad namin at wala na kaming provider. So, how will we start again in the UK? And then, yun, I got into school there, you know, I received racism, bullying, and all that, you know. Pero besides that, I worked through it para mas maging comfortable ako sa UK. And yun, mas marami akong naging friends dahil sa basketball, you know. And mas gumaling na rin yung English ko. You know, I got my accent again. So, I got happy with that. And yeah, naging okay na ulit yung life namin doon and happy. So, tinapos ko muna yung pag-aaral ko doon and yan, dumating na ang 2022. So, 2022 is when I finished my college there in the UK and everything. My mom asked me, do you want to stay in the UK or do you want to go back to the Philippines to continue? Kasi dito may step forward na ako eh. I have a contract with GMA na when I left noong 2016. Luckily, they froze my contract at ayun, I chose to go back and leave my family there. Kahit na I'm a very family person, you know, I can't leave my mom, my kuya, Shania and Kate. I can't leave them. But I had to kasi this is what I want, this is my passion, and that's what my dad wanted. So umuwi na ako. Alright, so 2022 na. Nandito na ako sa Philippines, mag-isa. I landed, you know, naiya. And luckily, our house was still here. Pero ang iniwan namin bahay, wala, nawasak na rin kasi hindi na naingatan. So when I got home, we had to clean, renovate everything, and start from the start again. I had to do workshops and everything, and I lived alone. I didn't have a car pa, so minsan I commuted lang to GMA, or kasama ko yung pinsan ko pag sinasamahan niya ako. Nagta-taxi kami, or nag-jeep, or nag-FX. And then, ayun, I was there living alone. And then, a few months later, dumating mom ko dito kasi nahirapan siya na wala ako doon. She just wanted to come and see me again to see how I was doing. And I was doing okay. You know, marami na akong kaibigan. My life here was going good. Workshops, mas nakikilala na ako. Nagkaroon na ako ng mga, you know, exposure ulit, mga workshops like that, pictures. So I was happy. And then, ayun, umalis na siya, umalis mom ko, and we got a car na. You know, oh yeah, nakakalimutan ko pala yung kwento. When I was in the UK, I worked as a waiter, I worked as a caregiver, night shift for old people, I worked as a bartender, I worked as a painter ng mga buildings, para lang makiipon, kasi I don't like asking my mom for money. So yun, nag-ipon ako ng ganun, para may pambili rin kami ng car. Nag-share na ako sa mom ko, para hindi na puro siya lahat. Kasi I don't like asking my mom for money, kasi hindi naman siya yung provider, it's my dad. But now she became the provider. So yeah, ayun nangyari. We were able to buy a car. You know, I've got my own car na ngayon, so I'm happy with that. So yun, obviously I had to learn how to drive and everything, get my license, and yan, safe naman lahat. And yan na, nagsimula na ulit, nandito na ako sa Pilipinas. This is it, this is the start. I was so happy, I was so happy, I was so positive kasi I had my family with me, mga tita ko. I had my family in the UK supporting me. I had my friends, my best friends, kasi I had two really good friends talaga before. Their name was Arman and Andre, you know. Dahil mag-isa ako sa bahay, sila madalas sa bahay ko, you know. Sa bahay ko, kaya may taping ako kinabukasan. Si Arman magluluto ng pagkain para sa akin. Uy, ako, may pagkain na. Sabi ko, Arman, thank you, brother. They're both younger than me, by the way. They cooked me food. They washed my clothes. Nilalaban nila minsan si Arman. Si Dre, minsan, nandiyan lang yan palagi pag alam niyang, kaya mag-basketball kami. Oh bro, ano, stress reliever muna tayo. Tara, basketball tayo. Yan, basketball kami. And so yeah. I started with a new show. Dumating na new show, Regal. Lumabas na siya, yeah. Happy ako, napanood namin yung tropa. Uy, tawa na kami. Uy, Josh, ikaw yan, oh. Dax, may kasama ko dun, ah. Ganyan, nakasara na ganun. And then, I got into a very good show. Kasama ko si Mav. It was Love at First Read. And that was third wheel. Sa kanin ng dalawa. And ang laki nun sa akin. And I couldn't wait for my family and my friends and my tita to watch it. And then, another thing happened to me. I was part of a car crash noong March 2023. I think nakita niyo yun. There was 4 of us in the car, tas ako lang yung nag-survive. It was sila Andre, sila Arman and Paolo. I was at the front. I wasn't the one driving, but I was in the passenger seat. I was the only survivor. Sinabi ko sa sarili ko, ba't ako na naman? Ba't ito na naman? May nangyari na naman. Everything was going well. And then sorry. My brothers, you know? Hindi lang best friend, tingin ko sa kanila, mga kapatid na eh. You know? Nawala sila. Because of a car crash. Silang dalawa na sa likod. Paano was the one driving and ako yung nasa harapan. I think I was the only one wearing a seatbelt. So guys, always remember to wear a seatbelt, ah. I can't remember what happened exactly. Pero nalala ko lang, umalis kami. We were in Commonwealth na. And then the next thing I know, I woke up in the hospital. Sabi nila, wala na sila. Wala na sila. After that, I didn't know what to do. I was in critical condition. I couldn't move. Itong buong side ko, wala na. I don't know, you know, so those are some of the scars na nangyari. At sakit na sa akin nun kasi it became a really big news kasi si Andre is from quite a well-known family. I'm sure some of you guys know who Andre is. Pinsan siya ni Kuya DJ and apo siya ni Marco Sison. So it became like a national news. At I couldn't go out for like 3 weeks. I was bedridden. Hindi pa kami Sparkle Teens noon, pero Sparkle Teens si Andre. And that's why, yeah, Charlie knows Andre that they were really good guys, you know. I wish na alala niyo sila. Palagi ko silang kasama. Pag nandito nga sila, baka kasama ko sila dito sa loob eh. Pero yun, I didn't know what to do. Umuwi ka agad mom ko nun. Kasi kala niya wala na din ako eh. When they got the call, sabi ng hospital parang, I'm conscious but that's it. So yeah, that's why they call me the survivor lad, di ba? Because of that. Yeah, March 24, 2023. So yeah, after nun, 4 weeks later, after therapy, talking to a psychiatrist and everything, I was able to go out at nilunch na kami ng Sparkle Teens. Ako kasi I don't like showing my emotions. You know, I don't like crying in front of people, you know. Pero hindi ko na kaya tigilan kasi sakit eh. Hanggang ngayon. I'm not only doing this acting for myself, pero for sa kanila rin. Si Andre, alam ko gusto niyo magsumikat. Si Arban, sila pa. Gusto niyo sumikat. So ginagawa ko rito para sa kanila. Para sa sarili ko, para sa family ko, and para sa kanila and sa dad ko. So yeah, after that, my mindset changed. You know, anything could change. So you just have to be nice to people, you know. Don't do bad things. Live your life every single day as if it's your last. Kasi you never know if it's your last day or not. So yun, that's what happened. After nun, it took me really long to get back to what I am now. You know, I always say na, I try to spread awareness yan nga, be safe, you know, wear seatbelt, always. Kahit na mabagal kayo, kahit na mabilis kayo, wear seatbelt. At always think positive. Kasi look at me, kahit sa mga pinagdaanan ko, nandito pa rin ako. I'm still here, I'm still talking to you guys. I can still laugh, I can still cry, I can still be mad. Pero hindi nyo alam yung mga pinagdaanan ko hanggang ngayon. So yeah, after that, always positive na nangiisip ko. At lahat ng mga ginagawa ko, hindi lang para sa sarili ko, pero pati sa mga taong nawala na mahal ko. So yeah, after that, look what happened now. may blessing ulit. Kaya I'm super thankful at after that, I got into a show with Marian Rivera. After that, I got into a show as a lead rin in a school type of teleserye. And I'm sure they would have loved to see it. Pero mas matutuwa sila sa akin pag binigay ko lahat, binigay puso ko dun. So yeah, I'm doing everything 100%. And now I'm here in PBB. So yeah, that's my life. So thank you guys for listening.